Well, guys, it's now time to get back to reacting to monster truck events, as this is the first time I've gotten back to in over a week, as one thing after another just kept me from working on it. Of course, especially when, the freaking racing footage recently, I've had to render in CapCut just to get the audio in. I don't get it. But anyways, I did all for the events coming up, as we're back to it, as we were just watching Indianapolis Freestyle last time, where we had that freeway tie between Harold Reynolds, Scott Hartsock, and Tom Mentz, even though Tom should have straight up gotten on his own. But now we're off to the Big Easy in New Orleans. As remember, we were last year, where Rob Dell got his race and win in NWO, which remember was the first event I ever saw for Monster Jam, and Tom Mentz got the freestyle win. Let's see what happens tonight as well. So let's get to it, shall we?
New Orleans is called a lot of different things. The Big Easy,
here we go.
the Crescent City.
Raise it up a little bit.
But tonight, it can be called the center.
And I see Wrench Head 2's there, even though I could have swore the last event we were at was the last time we saw it. Oh yeah, and for the first time since Houston, we're seeing Sting here. But it's not Sky Hartley driving. It's going to be Tony Farrow, who we haven't seen since Orlando 2000, thinking Wildfang. He's driving Sting. Yeah, and this is the first event that aired after World Finals 2. So, this was actually not the first time I saw Farrell drive Sting. I saw him in World Finals 2. I remember when I saw that event, I was getting ready to see Sky Hartley, all of a sudden I said, Farrell? Farrell? Why is he driving? He's supposed to be Wildfang! And then that's why I found out later on that he went over to Sting, and this was the first event we see him in Sting. Oh no, for me, it was World Finals 2. So yeah, we're getting ready for racing action, and the racing track, if I remember correctly, is St. Louis, just like it was last year. And also, if you might not have noticed, in the middle of the track, there's a Tower of Power. And probably don't know, that means Mr. Destruction's going to be here. As we saw last time in Indianapolis, they showed highlights of a Houston event that they didn't air on TV, and they showed Dennis Anderson driving Mr. Destruction going through a tower of cars. He's going to do it here, and thankfully, we're going to get to see it. Yay! I cannot wait. That's going to be great. So let's get to our field, of course. Rod Nelson, remember, busting loose. We saw him flipped over last time here. Steve Reynolds and Bulldozer has been like in every single event. Scott Hartsock, Gunslinger, who we saw won freestyle last time in Indianapolis, even though one would deserve. And Harold Reynolds, of course, in Wrench Head 2 again. I really thought that truck did not show up again until New Orleans. Oh yeah, I remember Jim's wild flip in racing last year. That was the first moment I saw from Monster Jam. I'm not kidding when I saw that. Oh boy, we are ready to go. And of course, Gravedigger's damaged. I don't know if they show it or if I missed it, but I think Gravedigger flipped at the beginning of the encore. Not the encore, flipped in the introduction, like came out, did like a donut and flip over. Either I missed it or I think they showed it later on. But yeah, you can see the racing is St. Louis. It's easier St. Louis than last year. Remember, on that straightaway right there, they had two jumps to go over.
See actually who won it. It's a tough course. You got right-hand turns, left-hand turns, and it really tests.
But I am curious if they'll show what happened to Gravedigger, unless they did and I missed it. Because I think he flipped.
Storylines include Gravedigger. Is he ready to go? He's had an up and down season.
Yeah, number 14 has not been going good for him.
Also get a look at an outstanding field of trucks, but it's 8 trucks, so that means everybody feels like they've really got a shot to get a huge points win here.
I'm still wondering if they show it or did I miss it. Let me go back a little bit to see. Maybe. I don't know. All right, let's go forward then.
Talked about Tony Farrell, the brand new driver in the outstanding.
Oh, here we go. So there you go. That they showed it flip. Will you go back a little bit? Like, why is it that this thing can't go like a few seconds forward or back? It has to be 20, 30 seconds. Just be a few seconds. Gosh. All right, so here's what happened to Dennis in the intro.
Watch what happened when Dennis Anderson was introduced to the Superdome crowd here. Now this is typical. Dennis kind of comes in, makes his spectacular move.
Then he got on 2 wheels. And then flipped over. Oof.
I have never, in all my years, seen anybody flip.
I'm pretty sure Dennis done it before 2001. But yeah, that's not a good start to the night when the truck flips over like that. You see, it's got some pretty bad damage to the body. And the door's loose too. You can see right there. So yeah, that's going to be a big problem maybe for Dennis later on. And you know that this event takes place after World Finals 2, because look at the how they do the score thing and all that. Right? The bug for like introducing drivers, it's completely different now. The quality of these events is a lot different post World Finals 2 than before World Finals 2. It's so different, and of course, I didn't watch these events much after World Finals 2, because I just focused on World Finals 2, the pre-2001 events before World Finals 2. So, my memory is not going to be as good for these events come up as they were for the previous events. But I still remember most of the big highlights, though, thankfully. But here we go for qualifying. Harold Reynolds and Scott Hartsock, our freestyle winners from last week in Indianapolis, getting ready to go at. We have a truck stack right there, and we have a motocross jump out there, too. Plus the middle one, too, for Mr. Destruction jump, and whole shot for Scott. Although he had a bit of a slow start too after that one jump. Oh, he got on two wheels a little bit. Not a good turn there for Scott. He needs to do better than that. Reynolds was hanging in there for a moment. All right, here we go into turn. A lot better turn for Scott as he's going to get it. A 20.41.
Pretty good time for Scott Hartsock.
I don't know, because he had a really slow start right there after he had the whole shot, but then he like lost momentum. And then that turn, oh, that was a bad turn. Reynolds might have even had a better turn right there, but in the end, Hartsock got it.
Give you a little dirt track, slide out a little bit. This track is not letting that happen. That's going to have an impact. It's kind of grabbing.
So we wait for the next race, or qualifying matchup.
Well, it's not the smoothest of rides, as you can tell in that cockpit. We got more qualifying on the way. We'll see.
Tom still being unstoppable tonight so far.
We're in New Orleans, the Superdome. Mike Hogwood and Scott Douglas, and we've rescued Dan Moriarty off of Bourbon Street. We're all here ready to go.
Getting ready to go, of course. Can't wait to watch Mr. Excitement. Remember his wild flip last year. Can't wait to see what he's got 1 year later.
Goldberg, Tom Mintz out of Atlanta, Georgia. Somebody is going to have to slow him down. He is on a roll, and he plans to do it big here in New Orleans.
Gravedigger flipped it over during introductions. Is the truck at 100%? If it is, Dennis Anderson wants to get out of the Big Easy with what will be a hard-fought win.
Remember, last year, of course, is when Dennis had his problems with his injury here in New Orleans.
This shows that this dirt is something these guys, including Tom Mintz and Goldberg.
Let's see, Tom getting ready to go against a racing. Hey, remember, Jim beat Tom last year technically when Goldberg broke in racing. So this is a rematch from the semifinals last year. Funny enough. All right, so here we go. Tom and Mr. Excitement, two future freestyle champions going at it. And Jim dies. That's unfortunate. Great turn though by Tom. Who knows what happened to Jim? And he finally gets off the line, but great pass for Tom as he's easily going to get the victory. Oh, on two wheels there for Jim.
There we see it.
He's having some problems.
We're going to see a lot of guys getting up on
Oh my God.
I think, Mike, I really do.
Oh, bad time for Kohler. But Tom has like almost a 3-second, if not over 3-second lead over Scott Hartsock now. Again, Tom just continuing to dominate.
Of course, when that arm goes out the window, you know he's happy with the run.
He just wants to go back in. No one can stop him.
Yeah, we had a little bit of problem there in qualifying where she shut off on me and I had to refire. Well, the clock keeps running, you know. That's the breaks of racing.
Well, coming up on
Hope they have
Jam, we'll wrap
again with the spoilers. Stop doing that. I hate that.
And if he's ready, that's next.
I'm pretty sure that clip right there is from Freestyle.
Busy. You don't have time to wait until next week to see all the monster truck excitement. www.ushra.com puts you where the action
Classic
is.
ad.
You just can't see anywhere else. Event tickets, photos, driver profiles, and standings. You can even order merchandise. And if you're coming to the show, ushra.com gives you information on how and where to get tickets and who's gonna be there.
So beautiful.
So we'll let you get back to your busy life. We'll see you on the web at www.ushra.com.
So nostalgic ad. That's so nostalgic seeing that again.
Back on Monster
But of course,
Jam,
now we're getting ready to see Tony Farrell for the first time in years. He's in Sting. Can't wait to see what he does.
Indiana behind the wheel. You know, some of those students loving to watch this truck. Here's our jam pack.
I'd like to watch, but I am in a bit of a hurry. Gotta watch all this stuff before work in like slightly over an hour. So I gotta like kind of hurry up.
And the truck is known as Busted Loose.
And here we go, Tony Farrell going up against Rod Nelson. Remember, Rod flipped in racing too last year. See what he's got here. against Farrell. And Farrell has the lead. We haven't seen him driven yet, so we have no idea how well he'll do. Looks like that one tire. Oh, that one tire's popped. And he's having steering problems too. Looks like the rear steer's locked. As Farrell is gonna easily get the win. Oh man, tough break for Rob with the pop tire. Second place for Farrell, not bad. But yeah, that tire's badly popped. Plus steering problems. I got a bad feeling rear steer locked up on him right there.
And this track is so compacted, it's so tacky, it's not gonna let him slide.
Let's go down to
I think someone else also had a pop tire in this event too.
Run for getting used to the Stingmobile, baby.
I tell you what, I think the tires have a lot to do with it. You've seen what Dennis is doing. The more aggressive tires just ain't gonna work out here tonight.
Are you sure?
It just sucks that two drivers here are now not with us anymore. Rip, Scott, and Farrell.
For a harder packed surface like this. I figured it was gonna be like this.
So now here we go. Dennis
back after a week
against.
off. Dennis still trying to get the feel of this brand new truck.
Oh yeah, Steve Reynolds. There we go. I was just thinking about him.
All I can say is I just don't want to get.
And remember, we didn't see Dennis last week in Indianapolis. Todd Frog drove, and nothing went right for number 14 there at all. So hopefully shit will get right for Dennis, because he's been struggling outside of Atlanta. Number 14's not been doing good. I remember when Dennis had his injury last year here in New Orleans. Hopefully that won't happen again.
Let's remember what happened when he made his entrance, turning the truck over. That doesn't help any.
Well, it doesn't help, but I think it shows that Dennis is locked in tonight and really ready to go.
And here we go, Steve Reynolds, Dennis Anderson. Could Dennis take on Tom's number 1 spot? Or maybe will Reynolds pull up a surprise? Here we go. Ooh, almost a whole shot there. I mean, not a whole shot, but red light for Reynolds. And also, Dennis with that wheelie right there. That was nice. But he almost went off the side of the car, so that could have been a penalty. He's like he's on being really wobbly all over the place. Oh, he's on 2 wheels. Oh, he's on 2 wheels. And that's going to hurt him. And Reynolds is going to get the big up. And that's a DNQ for Dennis. That was a penalty, but for me personally, that would have been a DNQ by Dennis. Oh, man, that cost Dennis badly.
And the turns are the whole problem. I don't know how you saved that, Mike. He was over. He looked like he was over.
I think that's a different racing footage. That's not the same footage.
Save the truck. He's already been over once.
It is. You saw Sting.
Dennis Anderson.
Why? Why do you need to spoil? I don't get it.
The track's a little sticky. We've been modifying on these tires, cutting on them. We're about halfway through the
I knew he struggled this event, but still, you don't need to spoil him losing the Farrell. Just don't do it. I hate the spoilers.
I gotta get it, try to slide. This New Orleans mud down here.
Again, Dennis having troubles not only with number 14, but in New Orleans. So
So
here we go. Tom and Jim are going to go at it again. Hope the truck actually works this time. Bulldozer and Wrench Head 2.
Must be that too, yeah.
Gunslinger and Bust Loose. And of course, we saw Farrell and Dennis are going to go at it.
You get a heavyweight matchup right off the bat. He's got to take on Goldberg.
Not going to be easy at all.
We saw some problems right away. It looks like this track is going to wreak havoc.
Yeah, it definitely is. Digger's had so much trouble already tonight. He just gets too much bite. Same problem he had a couple of weeks ago in Indianapolis. He's put his tires on backwards again. They don't carry a spare set with them. He's kind of stuck with that setup. Turning their tires around, it's definitely going to take a lot of traction away. And right now, he's had too much traction for qualifying. It's going to help him a little bit.
How about this Sting truck? Those tires are almost flat.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks here, this is what we've needed, is those flat tires. Goldberg runs them. He's always at the top. I think Digger needs to get him a set of those pretty quick.
Yep.
Tires are the story, and we'll keep you posted on that as we get ready for
Yeah, 'cause that
round
pop
one
tire, remember, from
here in New Orleans
Nelson.
with Monster Jam.
All right, but here we go now for round 1 action. Farrell and Dennis still is the race of the round 1, and that's if Dennis actually shows up. But we saw already, because they just had to spoil everything by using incorrect racing footage for who knows why. We already know Farrell's going to beat Dennis.
So you have to watch, pay attention. Let's look at some highlights of
They did it again.
qualifying.
They did it again.
Going over the story here.
Just why? Why show that? I don't get it.
No doubt about it. It's how they can get through the.
All right, here we go. Wrench Head 2, Harold Reynolds, Steve Reynolds, and Bulldozer.
Well, the two trucks are staging. What's that all about? Let's find out.
But we're not here for that. We gotta get back to the racing.
Total. Him. Give him my hand. You can't miss him. They have these cool shirts on.
Again, I wish there was just a few seconds forward, not just like 20, 30 seconds, just a few seconds. It's not that
One
hard.
of those shirts. I'll tell you what, those guys have a tough job.
Reptoid? It says Rep Bulldozer versus Reptoid down there. Good job, editing video. Anyway, Steve Reynolds with the lead. Not a bad turn for Harold, but he's hanging in there all right.
Feather in the turn right now, though.
Here we go, maybe an upset. Here we go, into the turn. Good turn by Reynolds. Well, Steve, and he's going to get the victory. Harold slowed down a lot. All right, semifinal sacks for Steve Reynolds.
Here in round 1.
Solid run. It's not a run, though, that's going to beat Goldberg. He's got to pick up some momentum, but I'll tell you, he did a nice job in putting Wrenchhead on the trailer.
Let's go down to Dan now. He's got Steve Reynolds with him.
Hey,
The corners are real sticky. You got to go into them kind of easy, but you can get onto them coming out of them. So it's just a matter of getting that first pass down and see where you can get on it and where you can't.
That's the story. Steve solved it. We'll see who
right.
else does. As round 1
So we know
continues.
Steve's moving
Here from
on.
New Orleans on Monster Jam.
actually, he would face either Tom or
You don't have time to wait
Oh,
until next
Jim.
week to see all the monster truck excitement. www.u.
We're not here for Demo Derby. We're here for monster trucks. Oh my God, they really. All right, here we go.
2 blowouts on the way.
So
home.
Rod Nelson
Breakdown on the axles, had to fix that. Get
up
on into the
against.
house,
Oh yeah, Scott Hartsock, I
get
think.
up, go to the
We still have
motor
Tom and Jim though. Remember?
and start crashing. We worked from 8 o'clock in the morning till probably midnight every night. And then Thursday.
Hey, there we go.
And then Thursday we got up.
Hopefully he got his tire. He's raced, so he has to have his tire fixed. Remember, he had also had rear steer problems too. So hopefully he's ready to go because he's going to need against a racing runner-up.
Got here at 1 o'clock. Was on the floor about 2.
Here we go.
Wow. Now you talk about somebody who's determined to be in a show.
Uh-oh, I think something's wrong with that tire again for busting loose. It's wobbly. But he's hanging in there. He might even have the lead with Scott. Oh, boy, could this be an upset? Here we go to the final turn. Oh, he almost hit a pole right there. He almost hit again. He's right there, but it's going to be Scott again with the victory. Oh, there was a lot of lost momentum there for both trucks at the end.
Gunslinger the winner in this round.
Scott, like, slowed down at the end. That was not good.
Gunslinger, we haven't talked to
Man, Rod hit the poles there, but didn't knock him down, luckily. He almost had it right there, but I think there was something wrong with that one tire. It was wobbly.
Not nowhere near as aggressively as we saw Goldberg do it in qualifying.
Yeah,
Somebody's
Scott
gonna have to
struggled
attack
there.
the turn.
Well, coming up, we'll see if
All right,
Sting will be attacking.
so
as
Scott
we
moves
wrap
on.
up round
Not
1
been doing
of
good this year as
Monster
I
Jam
expect
in New Orleans.
from the really good racer compared to Tom last year.
Competition so far.
It is to pick up the pace. As he's got to face potentially Dennis, who he's never beaten yet this year, remember.
Monster Jam in New Orleans. Mike Hogwood, Scott Douglas.
All right,
Dangerous
so as
Hey,
we
don't forget, our
continue
Jam
on, we still got 2 more races of racing to go.
USHRA.com, and while you're there, man, there's some cool stuff you can get.
So here we go. Jim Kohler going up against Tom Meents again. They just raced each other in qualifying, and they're about to go at it again.
What, the Avenger got himself in a bad spot with a bad qualifying run. That means he meets Goldberg in round 1.
And remember, Jim did beat Tom last year because of the breakage. Jim's going to need to get that lucky again.
It's really sticky out there. New Orleans got that good old bayou biting clay, you know. And it about put us over in qualifying. Felt like to me, maybe not. I don't know what the fans think. I got Tom. I wanted to take him out bad, but I wanted to have a few more rounds before I took him
Alright,
out.
so
The
here we
clay
go.
ain't tough, is it?
Jim
You can't
and
call it
Tom.
clay. If you call it dirt, you call it mud down here. It's kind of like some swamp muck. Yeah, it kind of bites the truck.
Also, notice that one car stack right there with the 2 cars. Look at the one car like lean off the side. It's like way too tight. That can be problems if someone goes for it that side. But we'll have to worry about that next time in freestyles. We got racing to go for. Here we go, Jim and Tom. Future freestyle champions going at and racing.
Really made a name for himself here in New Orleans. Bottom of your screen. You know what that
Tom with the
gold
lead.
truck with the flag behind it is all about.
And, oh, Jim going way too wide. Jim, you can't do that. No, you can't go that wide to turn. And Tom going to easily get the victory.
What a solid run by Tom Meents. Some nice air to finish.
I mean, that wasn't necessarily a bad last turn Jim had, but that first turn, you can't do that. Especially against Tom. You just can't do that. Never go wide against Tom. He will cook you. And boy, did he cook you. I think Tom lost his flag in his pass, too.
Goldberg's going to be tough for anybody to slow down.
What air? Oh, my.
No, he did,
Some
Decay.
sick air by Goldberg.
All right, so Tom moves on. He's going to face Steve Reynolds. But now here we go. The big race of round one. Dennis Anderson, Tony Farrell. Could Dennis get by his screw-up in qualifying and actually do good? Because, remember, Sting got double 2 qualifier. So Farrell might be a good racer tonight. Whoever wins going to have a tough one against Scott Hartsock. Oh, boy, that's going to be interesting. Here we go. Dennis and Farrell. Another power wheelie for Dennis, but looks like Farrell might have the slight lead. Here we go into the turn. Oh, Dennis on 2 wheels again! Of course, they spoiled it again, like I said earlier. Dennis way off course. Oh, my God, he ran over a pole, and Farrell's going to easily get the victory. And, of course, Dennis on 2 wheels again knocks over a pole. Yikes. Wow, 24.4, that means Farrell must have hit a pole or something somewhere. But ugly, awful race for Dennis. He keeps struggling. Like I told you, not only to flip it, he just obviously wasn't ready for number 14 for this year. Like I said earlier on, he should have waited till the end of the year during the offseason to drive it. Oh, man. We didn't see the pole or whatever Farrell had as he easily got the victory, but, man, he got a couple penalties.
Qualifying, you're already nice, sitting like second best time. Biding your time, you look pretty good.
I tell you what, I got a good crew here tonight. I tell you, I think my tires made a difference. You seen Dennis out there, what he's doing? He's turned his tires
Oh,
on.
man. Let's see. Did he do anything like a pole?
Really doing the thing tonight. And I tell you what,
He got on 2 wheels. Okay, I think he did hit a pole, but of course, had to cut out when I was seeing. And so he just got lucky. Dennis screwed up. Alright, so here we go now. Tom Meents versus Steve Reynolds, Scott Hartsock versus Tony Farrell. This could be Farrell and Hartsock could be an interesting race. Maybe we could finally have our first matchup between Scott and Tom. Oh no, they did race each other earlier this year, I think. Was it Atlanta? I think they raced in Atlanta or somewhere recently, so it's not their first matchup since World Finals 1.
Absolutely, you know, it's going to be important. You know, the Sting truck's got the shaved tires. It's his first time that we've seen Tony here this year. But, you know, he had a real good first run.
Oh, he did hit a pole. Okay, there we go. Finally got to see it, so he did hit a pole.
Yeah, you know, they're teamed up, and he's doing a real good job.
Okay, so continue on.
To go anywhere, but the Bulldozer every week's creeping up on him.
Now you look over my shoulder at these guys right here thrashing away. In fact, you've got guys from every team helping out.
So yeah, not Harold Reynolds. Who was it again earlier that did very good? Oh yeah, Steve Reynolds. It was Steve Reynolds who did pretty consistently good so far this season, and at least making the semifinals every single time and all that. So good on him. But yeah, we do have a bunch of breakage. Remember, Bustin' Loose probably has some problems. Great Air, of course, has major problems.
These guys could be in, maybe not.
Avenger had problems too.
No, breakage. Who's in? Fast loser, maybe Avenger? You gotta be kidding me. Go through 4 trucks for 1 slot. This is unbelievable. The night's just beginning too, baby.
It's early. We got a long night left.
So they're saying maybe someone's coming back?
I think we got pretty good semifinal.
Okay, Goldberg versus Bulldozer.
I love the Goldberg-Bulldozer matchup. Those two have fought before. Goldberg generally tends to get the upper hand. We'll see tonight. And after all,
so Gunslinger couldn't come back. Bustin' Loose couldn't come back. So Wrenchhead 2 is coming back. Okay,
looks really good.
That's surprising. Alright, here we go. So, of course, we saw in Indianapolis this promo from Houston, the third event in Houston we didn't get to see. It's Dennis Anderson, Mr. Destruction, as he goes for a wall of cars. Thankfully, this week, we're going to see that. Or hopefully, this event, maybe freestyle, but they're showing it. You see the cars are right there. We're going to see Dennis go for it here in New Orleans.
Didn't want to do it. And I told him, I said, well, I'll do it. You know, it's like, I'm the king.
So I can't wait to see that eventually. Would be nice if they had a Tower of Power again as an obstacle, but no. Safety hazards. Budgets. So stupid.
And it was pretty crazy, but the thing went
I
so
cannot
perfect
wait to
and
see
so
what Dennis
smooth.
does.
I swear to God, it looked like we practiced the thing forever, and we never did. It's a 1941 Willys pickup.
I always
Cool
wondered if
looking.
that
Looks
was
like the
Blacksmith eventually became,
It's
but
a
no,
spin-out
Blacksmith's
mold.
a separate
It's
truck from
shabby,
Mr.
it's old, it's
Destruction.
grumpy looking, but it's cool, man.
Would be
It's
nice
like
if
it's,
Mr.
I
Destruction
love
was
old
around
stuff like that.
still.
So I got him to put Skull and Crossbones on the side and put Mr. Destruction on the side of it. So it's ragged. What we plan to do is just crash through the pyramid of cars, try to land on the wheels. That's a successful run. Well, to me, when you're making it successful like that, I don't look all that cool. I mean, it's a lot of air. It was a lot of air last week when I done it. It was unbelievable that I landed on the wheels. Well, then once I told him, I said, look, guys, when I hit the ground, if this thing makes it, don't come running out on the track, because I'm going to go into a ballistic freestyle with this truck to finish the game off.
Doesn't seem like a ballistic freestyle, but nice sky wheelie though.
Yeah, it's a little scary, because I'm going to tell you right now, when I took off for that ramp last week, I matted the truck, and you're committed. I mean, there ain't no like, well, I'm going to go a little easy. You got to go for broke when you go.
So yeah, we can't wait to see Dennis go for it.
Real, I mean,
But will he do it this event, or will he do it in freestyle is the question.
Fire for a split second. But when I blew into the ramp,
Man, he's still talking. Jeez. I don't want to skip forward because he might be going for it in this video.
That must have been quite a sight.
And
Wow.
you see it takes a lot of extra preparation. Dennis doing things even more in terms of safety and getting ready that he might not do in terms of when he's driving the Gravedigger. But I'll tell you, he
Sounds a
wanted
little
to be the
odd to me.
first,
It's
and
not
he's spectacular.
probably any more
Yeah,
intense
and
than
again,
what he
we're
does
gonna
in
show
Gravedigger.
this to you next week. He's getting ready to do it tonight. We'll show it to you on next week's show.
Oh, they're going to show in freestyle.
As
Darn.
he says,
Oh, I want to see it. Well, guys, we're going to have to wait till freestyle to see Mr. Destruction go through the Tower of Power. That'll be great, though. Can't wait for that. So all that for
coming up,
nothing,
we got
pretty
our
much.
semifinals here.
So now we get ready for the
Chat.com
actual
still
semifinals.
alive. Goldberg's the
Steve Reynolds,
Oh,
Tom
Monster
Menz,
Jam at home
Tony
when we're
Farrell,
out on the
Harold
air with
Reynolds.
the Gravedigger and the Goldberg,
Farrell
all the other trucks.
and
I'll
Harold
tell you,
Reynolds are
they're
going to make the
so
finals
cool.
for the
You can
first
find them
time.
at
One
toy
of them
stores,
is,
department
at least that
stores.
we've seen.
Make sure you get those monsters from Mattel.
And here's one of the coolest looking trucks out here.
Here we go. Tom Menz, Steve Reynolds.
Goldberg. Tom
Let's
Menz.
see what
Who's
they
next
got.
on the front? Right now, it's
Cannot
Goldberg
wait.
who's next.
Steve Reynolds lines up to go eye to eye with his mentor, Tom Menz. And I'll tell
Here we
you,
go.
Reynolds would love to beat him, but he better come
Tom with
ready
the
to
lead. And now Reynolds has the lead, but here we go into the turn. Again, Tom. Reynolds tried. He needs to do a better turn, but he tried his best to get a sharp turn. But again, Tom just dominant, no effort, and he is going to easily get the victory. Tom Menz just unstoppable.
Some nice air, and Tom Menz, a winner.
You expect Tom Menz to be locked in every week.
Tom,
as you
of
go
course,
on
making up for
board
not
with
making the finals
USHRA.com
last year
cam
in
to get
New
a
Orleans,
look.
and
Tom
he is on a
really
roll
cruising right
tonight.
now.
No
Everybody
one
else
can
when
stop
we've seen
that
those
man.
in-car shots, they're fighting and they're really working it. Tom's really calm, cool, and collected. Look at him. He's really got this baby locked in. Menz is rolling. That's why the 2000 world champion is so tough to beat.
What the hand? Off the entire hands off the steering wheel in the air. That's funny.
Like this left lane. I tell you what, I just been over there all night, so I'm gonna stay there. This track is extremely tacky. Tackiest one we've been on all year. I tell you what, you gotta hand it to Tony. He's looking real good out there. I hope I don't slip up and let him get a win.
All right, so now who will Tom face? Will it be either Tony Farrell or Harold Reynolds?
Rinchek getting an extra break to be here in the semis.
Yeah, and I don't think Tom was knocking Wrenchhead at all, but you've got to figure that Sting is the favorite in this race to earn a berth in the finals to take on Goldberg. So if you're Harold Reynolds, hey, you want to pull the upset. You really want to go here.
Here we go.
Things look good all night.
Reynolds and Farrell.
That Corvette 53 Corvette body in the bottom of your screen really looks cool.
Oh, it's a hot truck. And, you know, Sting, when he decided...
And
to
a
do
whole
his
shot
team,
there for
he wanted
Farrell.
something Special, and he's got a special driver doing the job right now.
Again, this is St. Louis.
Great turn by Farrell. A lot better than last time. Reynolds trying to hang in there, but he has like no speed right there. Farrell did not have a good turn here. He went way too wide. Reynolds got to us a little bit, and Farrell's going to get the victory as he moves on to the semifinals. His time is not far off from Tom, too. I think Tom last race got 28.09. Farrell got 28.24, so he was right there with Tom.
Sting seems to be getting quicker.
So great for Farrell as he's in the finals. Let's see. Dennis, Tom, Lyle, Jay McPherson, Brian Bartle, and now Tony Farrell. I figured the only drivers that made the finals once this
The two
year.
lowest cut tires of all 8 trucks are in the finals. Tell me about that.
Yeah, Tommy knew what was going to happen tonight. He's got some good tires on there too, but hey, He's Goldberg, we're Sting.
And we'll see.
So
who's
now
the
we get ready
champion
for the
here in New Orleans
finals.
in a moment. We're
How
ready
about
for the
this?
finals. Tony Farrell seems
Tony
very,
Farrell
very
and Tom
confident.
Meents going at it.
So does Goldberg. It is going to be a great showdown, and it's coming up next here.
Thankfully, it's not a spoiler. That they showed that earlier, but they need to stop doing that.
I tell you what, Sting hired me to do this, and that's what I'm going to do. Goldberg's going down tonight.
Well, as we look at our collision,
They show that and not Dennis's
Digger
flip.
Scott
Oh
has our
boy.
camera question.
Just a
Man,
rough,
it's real
awful
simple.
night for Dennis so
And
far.
watching you follow,
Nothing
we
went
wanna
his
know
way.
Which truck, which team had the toughest time getting from Indianapolis here to New Orleans? That's all you got to do is tell us the answer. Log on to USHRA.com.
I didn't even hear the
and you can win
answer.
some neat stuff.
But here we go for the finals. Tom and Farrell gonna go at it.
Hey, we're ready for the
Oh boy, could Farrell get his first race win that we've seen on TV? Or will Tom once again dominate?
Not only does Sting have a new driver in
He's won
but it's the first time
He's won 2 races in a row, remember?
Is this Sting the wrestler that is now
Dennis in Houston, Tom in Minneapolis, St. Louis, then Lyle in Houston, and then Tom in Atlanta and Indianapolis. Here we are in New Orleans. He's trying to get win number 3. Could he do it?
I guarantee you know what Goldberg told him. He's next. Go get him now. Goldberg.
So here we go. Farrell and Meents going at it.
And you see that checkered flag on the back. That signifies that Goldberg champion at our last.
As here we go for the finals. Farrell and Meents.
Goldberg at the top.
And they're off!
And they're gone.
Farrell has the lead right here. Here we go into the turn, though. Tom went a little wide right there. Farrell's hanging in there with Tom. He's trying his best to hang in there. Here we go into the final turn. Okay, video, don't do that to me. Farrell a little behind, and Tom's gonna get it. Farrell's a little bit off the side right there. That could be a penalty, but it doesn't matter because Tom got the big thing. Oh, a 2-wheel sidewall. Nice save there by Tom. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Farrell did not have the best turn right there at the end. Yeah, that's a penalty. Not that it matters because he already was beat.
The Jumbotron had you guys side by side.
Yeah, I looked over a couple times. I knew he was running close. I just got a little carried away when I went into the far corner. And it just takes a split second to mess up, and you lost the round. That's what happened.
Oh, was it close? And look at the
Yeah, Farrell was right there with Tom till the turn, the final turn.
Onboard camera.
Oh, he had just gotten that pep talk we talked about. And you look at the eyes, Mike. Wow.
If Tom is just the GOAT, people.
Tom Meents, Goldberg. The big winner here in New Orleans tonight. How do you have time to take your hands
That never gets funny.
like that, huh?
He plays to the camera when he crosses the finish line. I'll tell you, he's a showman, but he's a great racer.
And again,
That's
he's
funny.
our champion tonight.
Oh, I just realized the video broke. Oh, I didn't realize that on OBS. Oh, did any of you see the finals? Well, maybe I should replay it just to be safe.
Easy thing by
And of course, went too far. I just noticed that. Well, I'm going to replay it really quick so you can all see it. As you see, they were right there. Farrell had the lead. They went into the turn. Tom did not have the best turn, but Farrell was right there. They then went into the turn. And yeah, Tom just had the better turn. Farrell went a little wide right there. Tom got the win. Farrell got the penalty. And then right here, oh my God, it did it again. Come on. There you go. Got just in time. Tom saved at the end. My gosh. Like the last couple events I've had problems with my webcam. Now the video's being a problem where it's just like froze and all that.
The Jumbotron had you guys.
All right, but there we go. Now let's go listen to what Tom was saying since I had to stop to replay the video.
Final round. You beat him. We did, and that's great news for this team.
Of course, show too much of it.
Still trouble for Gravedigger. Boy, he's got to be frustrated with that truck. Really couldn't get it on the dirt tonight.
Now, it was all over the place, but that may help him next week when we come back for freestyle, but they're really working on it. And how impressive was Sting tonight, Mike?
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, Farrell had a great night. And he still put up a good fight against Tom, but again, Tom just can't be beaten.
You know, there's a reason that we say world champion before we say the name Tom Meents. It's performance.
Not just that, he is the GOAT!
all night long. and he is on.
No one can stop Tom.
And he got the points from tonight as well. But a great job for Sting. I think that's a real story tonight.
Real player right off the bat, and that's why Sting recruited Tony Farrell to drive for him. He knew he had a hot shoe he could put in there. Avenger and Gravedigger, obviously, with big struggles tonight, and a bit of a surprise. We expected more. They
Yeah,
both had
Tom
trouble.
just run away with the
Overall,
point
it is
standings.
Goldberg, Gravedigger 1 and 2. Bulldozer is 3rd.
We'll take a look at the 6 through 10. These guys have been fighting their way through. You can see Wrenchhead's working his way up into the 7th spot, and Jim Kohler now stands 8th in season points.
Well, next week we'll have freestyle
All right.
here in New Orleans.
So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up here. As Tom won racing, he got number 1 qualifier too. He's on track to sweep again. And of course, not only for freestyle, we're going to see Dez go for the Mr. Destruction tower powered crash at the next time out in freestyle. So tune in for that. So see you all next time for freestyle.